Hi friends! So in today's video, we are going to try together, and by we, I mean I will try and you will watch if you're watching this, a contouring and highlighting method that I've been seeing on social media quite a bit lately. And it's not a new method by any means, it's been done before. The method I'm referring to is where you contour and highlight first and then put the foundation on top of that. So I wanted to see what the difference was between that method and the way I've been doing my makeup, which is doing my foundation first and then going with the highlight and contour. Is there a benefit to using that method versus the method I've been using already? So I thought we would try it together. I do want to say I am not a makeup artist. I am not a guru in any of this. I never claimed to be. I just share my experiences with you guys, try stuff out for you so you don't have to, and share all of that with you guys. So if you want to see all of that, keep watching. Okay, the way I'm going to do this is this side of my face, I will do all the contouring and highlighting underneath the foundation. And on this side, I'll do the foundation and then I will contour and highlight. For the contouring part, I will use, for both sides of my face, I will use the same contouring and highlighting product just to keep it consistent. So for the contouring, I'm using the Matchstick by Fenty Beauty. I really love this. I like that it has like a gray undertone, so it's good for creating those shadows and contouring, whereas a bronzer has more of like orangey gold undertones that are supposed to make you look bronzed. That is my very basic explanation of that. And then for highlighting, I will use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one is in shade Fair Rose, and then the Matchstick contour is in shade Amber. So let's begin with the contouring and highlighting on this side of my face. First, I'm going to prime my skin. Yes, I am trying primers now. I ordered a bunch from e.l.f. This is the Poreless Putty Primer. I have the larger one too, but I thought I'd use the sample first. And I'm going to try priming my face to see wherever I have pores, I'm going to put this. So basically here around my nose and on my cheeks and on my nose. I mean, I don't know how this will make me, and a little bit on my forehead here. I don't know if this will make me poreless. Poreless. We're supposed to have pores, but I mean, if it'll make the makeup sit on my skin nicer, that will be great. And I'll put it on my chin as well. Okay. Now, let's begin. So I'll place the contour in under my cheek. And I think with this method where you do the contouring and highlighting underneath, you can really go bold with the contouring and not worried about like, oh crap, am I gonna be able to blend that in? That's just my opinion. We'll find out as we go through this if that is actually true. Now with the highlight, and I'm going to put a little bit under here, a little bit here. All right, let's blend. I will just blend out the highlight a little bit. That. Just take whatever's left on my sponge and put it up here. And then for the contour, again, I'm just blending it out a little bit with a brush. I really like that whole contouring technique where I bring it down. I just feel like it makes a difference, okay? And I'm just gonna blend out this part here. All right, now let's go in with the foundation. For foundation, I'm going to use the Born to Glow by NYX, and this one is in shade Light. Don't mind that sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that's just the heater kicking in. Okay, so since I'm doing my entire face, I put about that much. And I'll start on this side and then do the other. Like that, and I like it like that. Okay, so you can see a little bit of that contour coming through here, which I would blend out a little bit more. Okay, so let's do the contouring on this side and see the difference. So for this side, I'll do the same thing. There, there, and then just there. I do feel like the line on this side kind of got blurred a little bit, but I do see a bit of a shadow. But that was just probably a mistake on my part because I did not blend that one in. Like that, and I like it like that. And I'll do the highlight under this eye. I love this Camo concealer. I know I keep talking about it, but I just love it. The doe foot applicator that it has, it's one of my favorites that I've tried. Even from high-end brands, I just really like it. It's so gentle and it applies a really good, even amount of product. Okay. So here's what we're working with so far. Let's do the rest of my makeup and then we will do a little bit of touch-up of contouring powder and then we can chat a little bit about it and wrap this video up. So my eyes are done, brows. I put on a very aggressive lipstick just to try it out. The color I'm going to use to set my contour is by MAC and it's a powder blush, but it's in shade Harmony. This is the shade. It's got a bit of a gray undertone and it's a bit lighter. So I'm going to dip my brush in and just slightly go over that contour. I'm not by any means saying that this is the correct way of doing this. This is just me playing with makeup, trying to see the difference between the two techniques. And so far, I must say that this side where I use the concealer and the bronzer first, I just think that looked nicer and cleaner. Maybe it's all in my head. Versus this side where I put the concealer on top and the contouring on top. Just my humble opinion. Just going to blend this out. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Sephora Colorful Matte, and this is Shame on You. I love these blushes. I feel like Sephora's blushes are not getting the hype that they should be. They have really great blushes. So I'm going to take my blush brush and put some on my face. And then I'll go in with a bit of bronzer. I like to use quite a bit of blush because I feel like it brings youthfulness to the face. And since I'm getting older, I want all the youthfulness I can find. Without looking like a clown, of course. All right, so now for bronzer, I'm gonna just do a little bit of bronzage. I'm gonna take the Bobbi Brown bronzer and that same brush I contoured with. I'm just gonna do a little bit of bronzer under there, on top of my forehead. So here is where we are so far. Just overall, when it comes to ease of use, for someone that's not a makeup artist like me, this technique of doing your contouring and highlighting underneath your foundation is almost foolproof in a way, because you're going to put your foundation on top and it's going to blend out a bit more seamlessly, versus on this side where you put your foundation, so you have your base on and then you go in with the contour and highlight, which then you have to really work at blending to make sure you don't have, you know, any harsh lines or any blotchiness. I feel like this side is a bit easier to use and do, and quicker actually, because you're just throwing your contour on and your highlight. I lightly blended it out. I didn't really spend too much time on it. And then I put on my foundation with a beauty blender. Now, the only place I could see this being a bit of an issue is when you're wearing a full coverage foundation. I feel like with that type of coverage, the highlight and contour wouldn't come through as much. But again, the one I used, the Born to Glow, I think it's I would say a light to medium or medium coverage foundation. And with that, I still saw a little bit of that contour coming through, but I went in and touched it up with the powder. But again, if you use a full coverage, I think that whole contour and highlight might not be as visible. Just my thoughts. But overall, I think this method is something I will use, especially if I'm in a pinch, in a rush, and I don't have a lot of time. Just throwing the contour on and then doing the highlight, putting my foundation on, I feel like it doesn't require as much attention to detail. So it could be faster. But overall, I like both sides. I just prefer the way this side looks a touch more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it and hit that subscribe button to see what videos I come up with next. Thank you for all those that have subscribed already. It really means a lot. And thank you for all the support and all your lovely comments. It really does mean a lot. Let me know if there's any other videos you'd like me to do or products you'd like me to review. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.